Okay, so according to some people on social media, well, X, they are so disgusted, so dismayed, and so angry with how the Reform Party have treated Rupert Lowe, they've cancelled their party memberships. And it's understandable. I too am quite disappointed with how things have transpired. I expected better, I really did. There is nothing wrong with expecting better from the people you want in your government. Why just make do? I mean, you don't have to. We have made do for donkey's years, and look where that's got us. Labour, Tories, Labour, Tories. It's a vicious circle over and over again. And where are we today? I really hope that Reform would break that vicious circle. I really did. Now, regarding the allegations about Rupert Lowe given to him by Reform, according to him, the allegations against women were not about him, and they messed up their statement, and he's seeking legal advice. And by the way, the King's Counsel, who Reform used to question Rupert Lowe, that was paid for using party donations. How do you feel about that? And apparently the complaint went in 2 days ago relating to an event in December. Now, they've accused him of threatening to slap party chairman Zia Youssef, and this attack happened a day after Rupert Lowe asked reasonable and constructive questions of Nigel Farage and Reform's leadership. And according to Rupert Lowe, he was pushing for progress behind closed doors, and he was frozen out of meetings, conferences, etc. So him talking in public was the climax of that, and his frustration at the end of the day. And he's paid for it. They took away the party whip. He no longer has the check mark on his X account, and he seems finished with Reform, which is really sad. Now, what could Reform do to fix this? Well, I think it's beyond them, to be honest with you. Now, I'm looking at the Reform Party membership ticker, and it hasn't gone down at all. Maybe there's a delay, I don't know, but it should go down by quite some numbers, if you believe what people are saying on X. So what should Reform do to fix this? I reckon they should sack Zia Youssef, to be honest with you, because he's embarrassed the party. There's just something about the guy that's really sinister. There really is. Like Steve Laws said on his X account, as soon as they brought this guy in and recruited washed-up Tory MPs, then, the rot started to creep into the party, and he was absolutely right. The next thing they should do is apologise to Rupert Lowe and give him back the party whip. I mean, he's still telling people to vote for Reform despite all this happening. And he says he feels so sorry for millions of decent Brits, men and women from all over the country, who put their faith in Reform. He said they have been let down by this malicious circus, and we all deserve much better. And he's right, we do deserve better. I mean, this is how out of touch some of Reform are, if not all of them, now. Yesterday, Richard Tice posted that Reform stands with Ukraine, where I took extra medical supplies, he says. Yes, we all know that. We all saw it. He posted it. But why the hell is he saying that? I thought a large number of Reform voters were against the war in the Ukraine and supporting Zelensky. And yet here he is, doing this. So him reiterating his support for the Ukraine, and now this, it's a bad week for Reform. The position for Reform should be standing for peace, and that's it. We all know neither Zelensky or Putin are really good blokes. They're as bad as each other. And Reform should be really standing with Trump's plan for peace. Reform really need to learn to read the room, I think. Now, I don't believe these bullying allegations. I don't think he threatened Zia Youssef at all. I think this is a massive dirty smear campaign because the guy is more popular than Nigel Farage, and Nigel Farage doesn't like that. But I'm standing with Rupert Lowe. That's where I stand. He is the only Reform MP, if not the only MP in Parliament, who says what we all think, who has a relationship and knows the working man and woman. He understands our struggle, and he's the victim of political snobbery. And if Reform think that spending thousands of party donors' money on a top King's Counsel barrister in an attempt to smear one of their best MP, then they're not for free speech at all, are they? So sack Zia Youssef, send him packing. Reform don't need his money. Give back Rupert Lowe his party whip, apologise to him, make the party democratic, and give the members the vote on who they think should be the party leader. And if Reform can't be bothered to do that and it's beyond them, then they're not worth voting for, in my opinion. This is increasingly looking like a sting operation by Zia Youssef and Nigel Farage by making up lies about him. I mean, bullying a disabled staff member, threatening Zia Youssef with physical violence. Come off it. It's enough to make me start my own political party out of anger, really. I keep getting let down. And for those of you saying, oh, give Reform a chance, really, after this? How many more times am I going to allow political parties to let me down? I've had enough. Here's a solution for you folks. What if Rupert Lowe started a political party with Tommy Robinson? I reckon they'd overtake Reform and thrash them in a matter of weeks. What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments. And there we go. I'm Paz49. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe if you agree with what I say and you like what you hear. And I'll see you guys at the next one. Have a great weekend and Roger Trout.